Happy Friday, and also happy National Drinking Wine Day. It is your girl, Lauren Mathis Cornish, back with another video from Love Story Mobile Winery. If you're new to me, let me introduce myself to you all. My name is Lauren Mathis Cornish. I'm the creator of Love Story Mobile Winery. I'm a small wine business owner based in the DMV area, and I specialize in wine tastings, wine making classes, wine cocktail making classes, wine distribution and wine sales, luxury picnics, California wine reviews, and also I'm an independent wine consultant with Wine Shop at Home. But it's all things Kiki and great fabulous wine over here. And on this channel, we talk about all things wine, and I introduce to you all, go behind the scenes of the day in the life of a wine business owner. And so this is my channel where we just kiki and have a great time over all things wine. So if you're new to me, I thank you all for tuning in. Before we get any further today, because we got a lot to talk about today, okay? I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back. But we got some things to talk about, because baby, I'm ready for this fabulous Kings of Napa strong wine, okay, that we got going on. We're about to do a brand new review. But if you're new to me, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you. But I need you to do 4 things before we get the conversation started. I need you to like. I need you to subscribe. I need you to hit the notification button to each and every time that we drop a video so you don't miss a beat. And I need you to share. Baby doll, baby girl, or whoever you are, even kings. Yes, I need you to do something for me. I need for you to share. Share this to every single last one of your wine lover friends and wine family members. Share this. Tell them to come on over here. Let's have a conversation and join our community so we can just grow and be amazing together and just talk about all things fly and great wine, right? So I need you to do that. And also for my oldies but nudies, oldies but nudies, I can't talk today. Oldies but newbies. And my experienced lovers is what I call you. Well, we actually need to figure out a name that we're going to call. We'll talk about that later. But yes, the experienced lover of mine. Hello, honey. How are you all doing today? Thank you all for tuning in. And thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, I really, really want to thank you for all of your love and your support and this journey that I have on, YouTube blogging. I just thank you so much for just supporting me and just having a fabulous time with me. So without further ado, we're going to talk about the wine, a wine of the day. I want you to grab a glass. Come on down. Let's take a sip. And talk all things wine. So, today's wine that I'm drinking today, the wine of the day, is our Sunfish 2018 California Pinot Noir. Yes, I just said a 2018 California Pinot Noir. Okay, let's have a conversation. All right, so this is from my wine business. It is a 2018, the 2018 Pinot Noir. I have had this bottle for a couple years now. And I've had a couple of these bottles for a couple years now. It was released about 2-3 it was actually released about 2-3 years ago, and I had a couple bottles still sitting here because I fell in love with this wine, because I felt the Pinot Noir is one of my favorites. It is actually one of my favorite beginner wines when I teach people about wine tastings and wine etiquette, and the beginning of wines, the beginning to awaken your wine palates, and learning all things wine journey. Pinot Noir is one of the wines that I actually recommend. Okay, it is a lover of mine. I've been in love with it for a very long time. It's a really great wine, and so I fell in love with this wine, and I saved a couple bottles, and I saved a couple bottles in my wine cabinet. And I said, you know what? Let's see how it will taste a couple years later on down the line. So I've had this sitting, like I said, in the wine cabinet for a couple years. And today I just decided, I said, you know what? Today is going to be the day that I decided to open up the Pinot Noir, the Sunfish. And I did, and I'm going to tell you all something. Yeah, this may be a little bit, just a small review, but it's a great bottle. Now, I will tell you, when we released the wine, and when we first released the wine, and when a wine starts to age, like when it's a new wine, okay, um, a new wine, it's usually a darker color, okay. But as time goes on, okay, as time goes on and wine ages inside of a bottle, and if it's a red wine, it gets lighter and lighter, okay. And so if you all can see, it's like a little, it's still red, but it is a beautiful red. Do you all see the color of it? This is a beautiful, like a cranberry or pomegranate. It's like a deep, well, it's still deep. It's not as deep, okay? It's not as deep red, but it is a very beautiful color red. It is like a grown and sexy, satiny. I don't know. It's just a beautiful color. Okay. It's lighter. Because when it first was bottled, it was first darker. But it is a beautiful. It's still a beautiful color, and it still tastes really good. Um, I will say, like it says, like fine wine, fine wine ages, and it gets better with time. It has. It's a little stronger. This is 13% alcohol. The appellation is Lodi. Like I said, they released it. I believe it was 2019. They released it, so 3 years ago. This is a 2018 bottle. And the alcohol content is 13%. It is a really fabulous bottle. Glass of wine. So this is our wine for the day. Okay? So without further ado, before we get started, without further ado, we're going to get started on the review, because this is what you all came for. Because guess what? I know. I missed a review last week, but, Mama, life was happening, okay? But we're here for the review. Let's get into it, because I know that you all are going to love it just as much as I do, okay? So, we are all cut up on our Kings of Napa, and baby, let me tell you, it is just as spicy and juicy, and it's just getting better and better with the plots and twists of it all, right? So, as you all know, we find out all types of secrets. Secrets dealing with the grandma. Secrets, dealing with the sisters, Vanessa and Melody. We start to unwrap some of the family secrets, or the dark family secrets, or twisted and dysfunctional family secrets that they have. But Vanessa, she tries to take Bridget with her to visit her, her grandmother that she's never met and she's never visited. Well, she's never met. To introduce her to her, but also, which I thought it was very tacky and low down. And it was just, and not in good taste. Of how Vanessa was doing it. She was trying her way of, turning her niece slash stepdaughter against her mother. Against Valerie. I'm sorry, Melanie. And that's real tacky. So she took her to the grandmother. They said that Vanessa and Mallory has been lying all these years, telling the children that the grandmother is in Paris somewhere living her best life. Come to find out, she's living in a facility, and getting a care for her mental illness, because they said that she just lost her, she had a mental breakdown and never came back from it. Okay, and so she took Bridget to go see her, and the grandmother went and attacked her, and the grandmother went and attacked her, and she thought that she was her own daughter, Melanie. And so as she went and attacked her, she was like, "It's all your fault. You killed my husband. This and this and that and that." And Vanessa had went and took her to the side, because she was like, "Why is she like this? What is going on?" And she said, "Your grandmother had a nervous breakdown. She never came back. She said, I don't know the whole story. She was like, but your mother had killed your mother had killed our father, and it was her fault that she sent our mother she sent our mother on a mental decline, and she's been here. And so she gave her an ultimatum, and she said, I'm bringing you here so you can know that your mother is treacherous, and you have to choose between us and her. Now, let me tell you something. As a sister, yes, I'll be hurt with my sister, but I would not try to turn her own children against her. You see what I'm saying? Because that's her child. She gave birth to that child. And how dare you try to... A mother's love and an auntie's love can't compare to the two, okay? And as number one, as a sister, and as a mother, and as a woman whole, Vanessa's out of pocket, okay? Because she should never try to come in between and try to turn her niece / stepdaughter on her mother. You only get one mother, right? I mean, come on now. Why would you do that? That's just low down. I understand you hurt, but boo, come on now. Who does that? That is so tacky. Ugh. Oh, gosh. Okay, but anywho. So, yeah, so she got so she tried to get her to turn her way, get her to turn her back on her mother. So then, they go back into the episode, and, they go back into the episode, and they also introduce, Dana and Dana, August, and the youngest brother, and they get to talking about what is going on in with the business. The little brother thinks that that Bridget is trying to Bridget is actually, they think that Bridget is the extortionist, and she's the one who maybe is trying to poison will tear down the business, and poison the vineyards for money or whatever, and for revenge. And so, of course, August, she is, was that Bridget is her sister and her best friend, and that's family. And she doesn't want to think bad about family, and she wants to investigate and just wait for some time just to see if she can just feel everything out. Also, she is, and also August we also start to see her dealing with some anxiety issues. I recognize, an anxiety disorder when I see it. And it makes her human. And you also see how she's trying to keep the family afloat. She's dealing with all of the drama. She's trying to keep everyone together, even trying to keep the business together. And she feels like everything is just falling down all on her. And everything is just falling. And she's trying to, make sure nothing falls. She's trying to make sure the business doesn't fail, and everything, and the family just doesn't fall by the wayside and just get destroyed. And it's starting to affect her emotionally and mentally. And so you begin to see her having some type of anxiety disorder. And so she calls her ex-boyfriend again, and they get to having a conversation. And he takes her on to their old basketball field, and they have them a blissful, fabulous time, okay? Full of ecstasy, full of thrill, full of spontaneity, full of hotness, heat, steamy sexiness, okay? They're giving us all the feels, okay? So, fast forward into today's video. Well, this past week video. We get to see and witness a little bit more. We also begin to understand that Bridget, she is tired of having all of these family secrets, and Dana's wife, she's trying to be the strong one, but she's also trying to be the good, supportive wife, but also find her own lane. And Bridget had asked her if she wanted to go out. Bridget asked Rose if she wanted to go out and just have a good kiki time, just her one on one, just have a really good time. And so they come home, and they grab something to drink, and they get to talking. And Bridget says that she wants to run away, and she's tired of the fake and the foolery around the family. And all of a sudden, something sparks to both of them, and we find out a little bit of secret with Bridget. And Bridget, she starts to put the moves on Rose, and she kisses Rose. And even though Rose, something is igniting her little fire inside, she loves her husband, and she says, I love Dana. I'm not going to do this. And we're about to have a baby. We're trying to start a family. And not knowing Dana was watching them the whole time, okay? Because he has put cameras all around the house to spy on the house. And just see if they can figure out who the extortionist is. So fast forward, he gets into his feelings because, of course he should, because he thinks that his wife is having an affair with his sister/cousin. He thinks that he thinks that the fast tail or the stealing your man or stealing your people's girl, stealing your people's gene has someone down to her too, in a kind of way. But anywho, let's go into the conversation. So he is riveting. He is upset and it hurt. And guess what? When they say hell has no fury, baby, drama has no fury, like a little man scorn. Okay, so we're gonna talk about. So today, they're all around. They're having the conversations, and they're calling for a meeting inside of inside of the office. And so they all pour the wine, and Bridget pours some wine. She asks for Dana and August to sit down and have a conversation because she just felt like she just wanted to spill some tea, okay? Family tea, because she just tired of all the drama. And I don't blame her either. But the way she going about it is just messy, okay? And so Dana is hoping that she spills, he can get her to confess all of her, the extortionist, and even stealing or trying or attempting to steal his wife. So, and of course, August, she's trying to figure it all out. She is like, okay, let's just see if we can get to the bottom of this and try to fix this. A storm comes. A storm comes. What is it? Dana, August, Mallory. Why I keep on saying Valerie? Mallory and also Melanie and also Vanessa. They come into the room and they get to all talking, and baby, it is an all-out family war. Okay, they get to telling all the secrets. The kid, she's telling Bridget ended up telling the kids that the grandmother was crazy, and she's here. She saw her. She ain't in Paris. She's just in New York. And in the same institution, and they're spreading secrets, and Melanie, not Melanie, but Vanessa, she begins to spew a secret of, you killed our father, and come to find out it was a lie. Okay, come to find out the mama was the one who killed the father. The daughter, she just came in. She was, I guess she was smoking weed or whatever, but it was a situation between the mother and daughter. The mother tried to attack, their mother, Vanessa and Mallory's mother tried to attack Mallory. The father came in to protect the daughter, and the mother ended up killing the father, and she went crazy. And in my thinking, the way that they had discussed her relationship with the mother, I believe that the mother might have had, not only did she have some dysfunctional mother-daughter relationship with her daughter, but it's something in me tells that the mother has always been, she has an undiagnosed mental illness, and sounds like it. You know what? Mother has she has had some mental illness for a very long time, and maybe because during that time when they were all little, giving the take, and the mothers they got to be in their 50s. Okay. um 50 years ago, mental illness in the black community and therapy and getting help, it was very taboo. So to me, I think that the grandmother she had, it's something that's always been there. They just really never talked about it, and they also talked about how they blamed Melanie, and how she was a black sheep. They get to spilling secrets about how Vanessa left her kids for a job. Get to spreading secrets about Vanessa cheating on her husband. How she wanted to be more than what she was, more than what she was, than being a mama. And also they begin to discuss Valerie and her Mallory and her absentee. You know, she wanted to live out her dreams too, and you know, and both of them just struggled with finding their own way in motherhood. Okay, so they begin to know all their secrets. The storm is going on. They're trying to save the wines that they have, and the power comes on just in time for the power comes on, and also they do a kumbaya and hash some of the things out, not every single thing out, before the power comes on. Dana and Bridget, they get into a discussion because Rose ended up sending him a text saying that she was leaving him. Marital issues has been going on for a while. I believe that Dana has a power trip issue. He has an ego issue and insecurities that he is bleeding over to his wife, and also he is borderline mistreating her, right? Because whatever insecurities that he's dealing with inside, he is taking it out on her, and she is a beautiful girl who just don't deserve that. And so she just said that she's leaving to take some time for her, as she should, because she's been building her husband up, being a housewife, and trying to give him any and everything. And it's just like, he be doing her foul. Let's just be honest. He really be doing her foul. So she sends him a text saying that she needs some time to herself. And he jumps on Bridget and say, Bridget, have you been talking to my wife? Did you tell her to leave me? Are you sleeping with my wife? And so Bridget is like, no, I have no idea what's going on. She was like, we are just friends. And lo and behold, as they're trying to have this conversation, trying to hash everything out, they begin to celebrate a little bit, drink some wine. Looked like they had a charcuterie board. You know, I love me a charcuterie board. But anyhow, they had them a charcuterie board, and then all of a sudden the maid came to the door. And the maid says, King families, there's some police at the door. Honey, they all get up. They try to see what's going on, and the police comes and says, Bridget? She's like, yeah. And the police come in, grab her, yoke her up, and put the handcuffs on her, and proceed to take her out the door. Of course, August and Mallory, and also Vanessa, they try to figure out what's going on. Dana with his little miniman self, thinking that he, with a Napoleon complex, thinking that he did something and trying to do his revenge. He turned around and he tell August, yeah, I did this because she was extorting us, and also she was sleeping with my wife. And it come to find out, it wasn't about the extortion part. It was about him getting revenge on him thinking that Bridget was busting down Rose. Just being a hot mess of a little boy that he is. A little boy trapped, a little man trapped in a baby body, period, okay? So, it's just, you get to learn, he a hot mess, and they're all trying to have a conversation, trying to talk to the police, and trying to get them not to arrest him. As Mallory comes running out. She's trying to, get in between the police and her daughter and trying to, protect her daughter. And the police pushes her over. She fell, she hits the floor, and she starts to have a seizure. The women in the background, the women in the background, they're trying to grab her, trying to hold her head, trying to figure out how to help her. The police, they ignored her. They ignored them, didn't even assist them, get in the car, and as you see, Bridget is banging onto the car, asking, begging the police to let her go so she can help her mother. The police didn't even, it just looked like the police didn't even bother to stop. Well, they didn't. They didn't even stop to say, oh, wait a minute, we got a situation. We pushed this lady down. She starts seizing. Let's call the ambulance. No, baby. It turned into a little Black Lives Matter situation. And we all know how that, we all know how that goes, right? So that is this episode. I'm telling you, I'm excited to see what is going on. We all know that they have been luring that there is something going on with with Mallory. I'm sorry. Yeah, Melanie. I'm sorry. There's something going on with her health, and I hope that next week we get to see, get her diagnosis to see what's going on with her. Hopefully she, wakes up. But like I said, we'll find out next week. But I want you all to tell me down in I want you all to tell me down in the comments down below. I want you all to tell me, what do you all think? I want y'all to tell me about this episode, even the episode before, because I had, kind of merged them into both. And tell me what you all think. Tell me what y'all